So I know what y'all gonna say off the rip. Why this man keep on talking about Atlanta? Apparently you don't like Atlanta and you don't live here anymore. So why do you keep on talking about it? Keep Atlanta out your mouth, etc., etc. And it's like, y'all don't understand. I wish that I could erase the 2.5 years that I lived there. I wish that, when I thought about the whole idea of moving to Atlanta, that I just totally erased it. You understand? And the reason why is because as now that I'm gone, I'm just finding out that Atlanta has this horrendous past. Like it's horrible. And it's just, when I hear about these things, it makes me say to myself, what type of mentality do black people have to actually live in Atlanta and to know that these things happen in the past? And to a certain extent, race such as racism still exists and still goes on till this day. It makes me say in my mind, what is wrong with these people? Like there should be a massive exodus out of Atlanta. But I have to give the people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there are a lot of people that just don't know how horrendous Atlanta's history is. I'm just now finding out about Wayne Williams. And this man went on a killing spree. He is known as a serial child killer. He killed 29 people within the course of 2 years, right? Now, he was only tried for 2 adult killings, but they're stating that he killed at least 23 children. Listen to this now. For 2 years, this man went on a killing spree, and they're saying that he killed 29 people. 2 adults, 23 children in 2 years. Had that been in a white neighborhood, they would have had caught him. But this man managed to get away from killing little black boys and girls. And I just don't, when I read it, it just blew me away. He is known as a child serial killer. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. In the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And this just bugs me out. Like, every time I hear something about Atlanta, it's like it taints the city even more. I really truly believe that area is cursed, man. And let's not go let's go further. I did a video about Lake Lanier and how they build the dam and then they let the walls, they allowed the water to come through the dam to flood the whole town that was full of blacks. And every summer, even when I was down there, every summer somebody died in that lake. You want to know why? Because there's still houses, cars, even dead bodies in that lake. That same lake is Atlanta's drinking water. Now, somebody said in the video that I did in the comments section that the water is filtered. They have a filtration system that goes down to Florida and then they bring it back up. I don't know how true that is, but at the end of the day, you still can't get rid of spirits. You can't. There were people that were living there and they flooded the town intentionally. Intentionally flooded the town. Black people died. And there's a football field, if I'm not mistaken, that's still in the water. Houses, church, there was a whole community. and it's still underwater. Look it up, Lake Lanier. They have documentaries on YouTube all day about it. All day about it. Every year, I'm telling you, this is my word. Every year somebody dies in that lake. Every year, every summer. Every summer. They tell you not to swim in the lake. They tell you not to like the boat in the lake. Like, you know, like dry speedboats and stuff like that. Because every year somebody dies. Every year. And it just bugs me out. You know, when I was down there, they had this adult sleepover, right? All white people, one black lady. Next day, they found a black lady head down in the grass, dead. This happened in 2018. Dead. White people don't know how she died. I think they said that she jumped off the balcony. I just don't get it. The crime down there, violence, this was prior to COVID. Atlanta been getting down ever since day one. Like, I'm not making this shit up. Like, I said it. I did a video about it. How an Atlanta dude tried to rob me. Never forget it. I'm in Orlando vacationing. I go to this lame ass strip club off of OBT. For those that are from Orlando. It was lame. We didn't even know about, you know, I'm young, so we didn't even know about OBT. Like, it be strippers like in that area, like in a cut, and they walk around with no shirt on, titties out and everything. Like, the strippers get real deal down there. That's another story, you know. I don't know if Pretty Ricky want to discuss that because I was with him, and it was funny as shit. That story is funny. I'm gonna ask him about it, and if he cool with it, cause it has something to do with him, I'm gonna ask him about it. And if he cool with that story, I'm gonna tell that story, cause that shit is funny. But anyway, getting back to the point. So, you know, it was a lame ass, you know, strip club. Like, the bros wasn't even stripped, like dancing. The lap dance was whack, right? So I go to this gas station, right? I seen this dude. Now, it's crazy because, like, back in the days, like, I don't know now per se. Well, yeah, really, it is changed. Because I mean, it's been I lived there for 2.5 years, so I know for a fact it ain't like. I say the drug dudes dress like typical New Yorkers. So I'm thinking this dude from New York, and he opened his mouth. He got grills in his mouth and everything. You know, we call them fronts, but he got grills in his mouth, and then he got the twang, yo, shot it. I'm like, okay, he from ATL, right? So, you know, I'm listening to him or whatever, right? So, come on, let's be real. I'm young. I'm not thinking up here. I'm thinking down there. So I'm trying to get me on some ass or something, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he talking. So I get on the payphone, right? That's how long it's been. It was like the early 2000s, and they still had payphones, right? So I get on the payphone or whatever. I had a cell phone, but I think that the cell phone was dead. And my man and I, we had, you know what I'm saying? We went down there together. You know what I'm saying? We was like chilling. We was vacationing, but then also we was selling bootleg movies. So we was trying to like figure out, because I was planning on moving to Orlando or Miami, you know, at the time. So we were gonna take the bootleg game down there, right? So I was calling him to let him know, yo, listen, I'm gonna try to get into some shit. And you know, he went back to the hotel or whatever, right? Just so y'all know, it ain't no hanky-panky bullshit. We had two beds and everything. I said my man, that means my brother, right, at the time. So I'm telling him, yo, you know, I'm gonna try to get into some shit. I'm gonna go further into to downtown Orlando. I might go to City Walk or whatever have you, right? So, you know, so this guy's talking. He overhearing what I'm saying. So he come up to me like, yo, man, you trying to get into some shit? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, I got some broads, you know what I'm saying, at this joint right up the street, you know what I'm saying, come follow me, and you know, you can get busy with them, whatever, right? So I'm geeked. I'm like, oh shit, all right, cool. So I follow him, right? So it's like 20-30 minutes. I'm like, yo, we going way out. So we get to the apartment, right? He gets out of the car. So I back up, right? So the apartment's right here, and I back up. on the other side of the parking lot. So I'm looking at him, right? He goes in, but when he comes back to come and get me, he comes from behind me up to the car. So he's like, yo, man, it'll be a couple minutes. They're gonna get ready for you or whatever have you. So I'm thinking, okay, these are some strippers or whatever. I'm gonna have the time of my life. So I said, all right, cool. He goes back on the other side of the apartment where he was originally going into the apartment at, right? So something said to me, man, yo, this ain't right. This is not right. Dude from Atlanta. At that time, Atlanta was known for carjackings, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. This is how I'm gonna play it. So I wind up pulling the car and putting it in the middle of the parking lot. So like I'm in the middle. So the apartment's right here that he went in right here. And then at one time I was parked right here. So I'm in the middle, right? So there's apartments on the left hand side and the right hand side of me. So he comes out the same apartment that he went in, right? He goes to open the door. He's like, yo, shorty, you got the door locked. I said, yo, listen, man, check it. I know ain't no chicks in there. He's like, what you mean? I said, yo, listen, I got some heat under the seat. And he still was persistent. Like it didn't bother him that maybe of course I didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Of course I didn't have nothing. I was calling his bluff. And he was still persistent, like trying to open up the door. Yo, it got so bad I just pulled off. Peeled out. I knew he was gonna set me up. I knew it. I knew if I walked in that apartment, it was gonna be 3 Atlanta niggas with sticks, Dracos, whatever they want to call their guns. Blickies. I knew it. Yo, man, I just. People may sit back and say, man, you had bad experiences in Atlanta, and that's your experiences, and that's no one else's. But man, come on, man. I just told you about Lake Lanier. I just told you about the child serial. They called him a serial child killer. Atlanta has a very bad past, and it is haunting the city. Like when I was there, just shit just was happening. I'm like, this hasn't happened in other cities. Like. The lights went off at the airport. Like, y'all run with this narrative. Stop it, please stop it, Atlanteans, stop it. Stop running with that narrative. Y'all talking about a crackhead burnt down Highway 85, the bridge. How can a crackhead burn down a block of a piece of the bridge? You know how big and wide that bridge was? What did he do to come on, man, stop it with the BS. There was something deeper than that. Stuff be happening in Atlanta, and it's just like, I'm thinking this shit is cursed. But you can take your black ass down there if you want to. It's your life. That plain and simple. I just know I'm done. The only time Atlanta see me is when I'm flying over it. If I need to drive because the only places I'm visiting on the East Coast from now on is Charlotte, New York, Miami, possibly Orlando. The end. Nothing in between. So if I need to drive from Charlotte to Miami, I'm not taking Highway 85. Even though I'm right there. I can hop on 80. No. I'm taking 77 on down, and I think it's Highway 20 that connects to 77. Not 20 like in Atlanta 20, but Highway 20 from 77 that connects to 95, and that's what I'm taking down there. I'm never going back to Atlanta ever again. Never. I don't care if like, because I'm a motivational speaker, I'm an author, I'm a man of many hats. I don't care if somebody booked me for something. If they booked me for something, you're gonna have to pay me some good goddamn money, and you're gonna fly me in, and when I'm done, you're gonna fly me right the hell out. That plain and simple. Other than that, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.